Alrighty, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well, and I welcome you back to my streams for the next consecutive streaming week. Although I really have no idea how many days I'll be streaming here. Just another frustration of my wife's job role change and not having a schedule. She's supposed to have a set schedule soon, but she doesn't yet, and because of that, we're still in this limbo of not exactly knowing what days I'll be able to be here to stream and when I won't, because I have to try to coincide my day off with the day off that she gets, which I don't know if it's going to be Wednesday next week or not. I honestly have no idea. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to guess, and the guess is that yes, I should be able to be here streaming over the course of this entire weekend. Okay, and we've got quite the variety of stuff coming up in this weekend that I hope you guys are excited for. Today in particular is going to be a big variety day of stuff that normally I would not be doing. Playthroughs I had not had going on my streams for the last many months, if not years. So this should be pretty interesting today to see how this goes. Okay? So welcome back. Today is Thursday, the 18th of March, 2021. I'm Darkside Phil. Hello, hello. And we got some fun stuff coming up today and this weekend. We'll talk about all that in a moment. Now that we're in the second half of the month, making a push to hit a subscriber goal for the month for a special event. We'll talk about that in a moment. Lots of stuff going on. Oh, excuse me. All right, so first off, I would like to welcome Timbo Slice GB as a moderator to the channel. For those who don't recognize Timbo, he is a very long-time viewer. He was watching my gameplay and streams way back in the day, the early days of me joining Twitch, many, many years ago, before I was a full-time streamer. And he used to be a moderator for me here on the Twitch channel quite a long time ago. And then at one point, his life became very busy, and he said, I have to step down from the role because I can't do it anymore actively. It wouldn't be responsible to keep up saying that he wants to be a moderator if he knows that he can't, stick around and moderate all the time, which is very respectable that he admitted that. And so he, has been an active stream viewer for many, many years. You probably recognize him. Frequently we have conversations and everything. He's a major positive part of the streams when he is here. And so he's decided to step up and resume his moderator role to help out here on the channel. So thank you to Timbo. Congratulations. Welcome to the team. And everyone, of course, immediately will start kissing Timbo's butt to try to butter up to him so that he will not come down on them with the banhammer of truth and justice here on the streams, of course. Of course. We all know that's how it works, right? I'm just going to strongly recommend you don't bombard Timbo with private messages and stuff. He probably will not appreciate that. And, might actually have the opposite effect, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. All right. Oh, Timbo just said that won't work at all. I'll use the hammer anyway. So there you go. So you're barking up the wrong tree there. All right. Now, as I said a couple days ago, we're going to see how things go, and in the near future, I may or may not be looking for some additional moderators. I'm not kidding. I specifically 2 days ago said, do not send me moderator applications, and I got like 10. So I guess some people just have like, cotton balls in their ears or something, because none of those applications are valid because I wasn't accepting them. In reality, I'd actually been talking with Timbo and expecting that he was going to want to maybe resume a moderator role anyway. So I kind of knew we were going to get another moderator here on the team shortly, and now we have. Okay? So, FYI, maybe soon, but not yet. Don't try to bombard me with requests. Oh, I'm interested in being a moderator. It ain't going to work. Okay? At least not now. But I'll let you know what's going on once we get more information. All right? So, all that being said, back to business as usual, right? Despite a little bit of annoyance and a little bit of interruption, we're just right back to business as usual. I had a pretty good day off yesterday. Had a full, fun day out with my wife. We went out and did a bunch of stuff. that needed to be done, but we actually had some fun doing it, which was nice. Had some good food. Overall, a pretty good day. Not a very relaxing day, but a pretty good day. Because half the day we were out, and the other half we came home, and we were basically like cleaning the house and almost like, you know, getting it spruced up, because now it's springtime. Well, about to be springtime. And so we were rearranging stuff downstairs, you know, trying to get things maybe a little bit refreshed, moving the lighting around and stuff, cleaning, you know, vacuuming, doing that kind of stuff. And now, very exciting stuff. I mean, you guys definitely want to hear this because it's very riveting stuff. But it was a good day off, and mostly, you know, nonsense-free, which was good. I completely avoided nonsense by basically not opening up, you know, any social media or anything during the course of the day unless I actually wanted to set myself up for it, you know, because I knew there was just stupid drama on the internet I don't care about. And it was a good day overall. I really enjoyed it. So it was very good stuff. And today I'm back to full capacity. However, ladies and gentlemen, I think I want to make a change to the streams, all right? And allow me to explain my rationale here to this change to the streams that I want to make. I think that it's going to benefit everyone, quite frankly, because people have been requesting this for a while. Well, let me give you some perspective. All right, here's the perspective I'm coming from. All right, in a given day, any given day that I'm streaming, okay, I basically wake up in the morning, and I'm already rushing, okay? I'm rushing around, trying to wake myself up, you know, doing things that I need to do in the morning, you know, sometimes eating breakfast or a bagel or something, trying to wolf something down. You know, usually, I gotta fill up Jasper's water, gotta fill up his food, you know, anything that needs to happen around the house, clean up her a little bit. Sometimes I get to see my wife, sometimes I don't, depending on if it's a work day for her now or not. But basically, I'm doing all that stuff. Then, I'm in the office, I'm setting up the stream, getting the stream going, got the pre-stream music going, and then essentially, in that, like, very short time frame that I run the music in the morning, right? So, I usually turn on the stream around 10:15 a.m. my time. And usually I start talking on the stream around 10:45 a.m. That very short window, not only am I setting up all the stream stuff behind the scenes, you know, that's the time frame I disinfect the office once a week, but in addition to all of that, that's when I'm literally doing everything that I need to do during the day that needs to be done during what's considered normal business hours. So I'll give you some perspective. If I need to write an email, if I need to make a phone call, if I need to talk to someone behind the scenes that only operates during business hours, I have like 15-20 minutes to do it an entire day. And you might say, well, why? Because I stream all day during normal business hours. I don't finish my streams until a time frame when all those businesses are closing. So, for example, right now, my tax guy is working on my taxes. And he asked me a question. Well, now I gotta wait till like the next day to get him to answer. You know what I mean? I just don't have time. Because I'm here on stream with you guys. I get a phone call, a voicemail from a company, something important. Well, can't call them, can't figure out what it is until tomorrow. Because by the time I'm done with my stream, time's up. You know? Now you may say, well, why don't you just get up earlier? Well, essentially I would like to. With this new work schedule that my wife is doing, well, the goal ultimately is to try to change my sleep schedule so that I'm actually going to sleep earlier and waking up earlier. And that will give me some extra time in the morning to actually do more stuff like this, okay? But I need to get there, and right now, I'll be honest, it's like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Because with Jasper in particular, it hasn't been easy. You know, he's a cat that, you know, he's been set for like years now, where my wife's been working the night shift. And he just gets rowdy at night, you know? And he's used to us being awake at night. So it's to the point now where Cat is actually going to sleep early, and I stay downstairs with Jasper for a couple of hours to try to, like, you know, I play with him and we watch some TV together or whatever until he finally calms down. Once he calms down, then he and I go and join Cat and go to sleep together. And then he calms down. But this day, he's so used to, oh, Cat's going to be coming home around like 11, 12 p.m. or, you know, at night, and then we're going to be active and play for like an hour. No, you know, not anymore. But he doesn't know that. He's a cat of a routine, and it takes a while for him to adjust. And admittedly, me too. Like, my body is in a situation where it's been used to years doing this, and I can't easily just change it either. So, we're in this time of adjustment, okay? And what we're doing is eventually slowly I want to go to bed earlier, a little bit earlier, okay? And it is working. Like, I used to go to bed at like 2 a.m. every night, and now I'm trying to go to bed by like, between 1:30, and then I'm going to try to adjust it even earlier. But of course, as you guys know, with some of the bullshit that's been going on and stuff, there's been nights that I've been up late. And there's nothing you can do about that. With shit going on behind the scenes and stuff on my mind and everything, there's been some nights I've just been up late and I can't get to sleep. This whole thing is all thrown out of whack because of the sleep schedule changes. Okay? So, here's what I propose. You guys have been saying to me, the pre-stream's way too long. You turn on the stream, you run music for 30 minutes, then you get on the stream and you talk for an hour, right? By the time that you're done, you've been on the stream, you have to use the bathroom because you've been on the stream for so long. Can we change that? The answer is yes. The answer is I feel we don't need 30 minutes of music on the pre-stream. I think it's excessive at this point. All right, it worked for a while, but I don't think really we need that much. What I'm thinking is, instead of starting the stream at 10:15 a.m. and have it sit here with a half an hour of pre-stream music, instead the stream could just start much later, and we get right into the thick of the pre-stream where I just start talking, instead of music going forever. Like, okay, 5-10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes of music, maybe, to get people started, to get people jumping on the stream. But I don't think that we need this much anymore. And the thing is, if I do this every day now, it gives me extra time in the morning, right? That if I have stuff that I need to do behind the scenes, that has to be done during normal business hours. Like, for example, pay my bills. This is something that's actually been important. In the mornings, I try to pay all my bills before the stream starts. And here I am on the phone, trying to rush, on hold, trying to pay bills and shit. It's a pain in the ass. It really is. You might say, well, why are you on the phone paying bills? Because when I declared my bankruptcy last year, all those businesses that used to allow you to do auto pay and internet pay shut all that shit off to you. They do. They make it so that now you have to manually phone in to pay your bills. I don't want to. I hate phoning in to pay my bills, but that's what happens. Basically, they're like, oh, we don't trust you with internet payments or auto payments anymore. Now you have to call in and manually authorize every payment, which is really stupid. But I'm forced to do it. So it is what it is. Yeah, that's my life. It sucked. I went from having everything nicely done, automated behind the scenes, to, I have to waste time every month paying every bill. It's a pain in the ass. So what I'm thinking, what I'm proposing, instead of streams starting at 10:15, at the earliest they start at 10:30, but I'm even starting, maybe just start the stream at 10:45, have the music run for 15 minutes, and then immediately start pre-stream at 11 a.m. And pre-stream should be scheduled a block of 1 hour from 11 a.m. to noon, take like a 10-15 minute break to use the bathroom, and then get started with gameplay. And then we can guarantee around 2 hours of gameplay, then a break, and then another hour of gameplay after the break. That's what I'm thinking. And that way the music is completely, no crazy giant half hour of music. And it gives me some extra time in the morning to do stuff. Now, here's the thing. If I adjust my work schedule because I'm able to start getting up earlier in the mornings, then maybe we'll even start the stream earlier. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I could start the stream at 10:15, 10:30, only do the 10-15 minutes of music, and then, start everything earlier. But I need this time in the mornings. Like, today, I wake up, gotta use the bathroom. Using the bathroom, okay, get some clothes on, wash up, washing my face, doing everything I need to do to get ready in the morning. Head downstairs, gotta feed Jasper, give him some fresh water, pour myself an iced coffee. I have a granola bar. I look at the clock, it's after 10 o'clock already. I should have been up here starting the stream. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus, really? Like, I can't even do this anymore. I'm like, there's not enough time to do anything in the morning. And by the way, it just so happened that this morning, my tax guy contacted me, and I needed to go log into his online website and read a message that he had sent me about my tax preparation and all of this. In addition to that, over my day off, I had received about a dozen different emails that I had to respond to. Some of them were stream related, some of them were not. But, there's stuff I have to do, just routine stuff. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, when the hell am I supposed to do this exactly? Because just to give you guys some perspective, here's my life now. We're going to stream today, all right? When I go on break later today, I'm going to probably use the bathroom, which is probably a few minutes of that, and then, maybe relax for 5-10 minutes, play with Jasper or whatever, and then come back to stream. As soon as I'm done with streaming today, I got to upload videos. I have to run downstairs and start making dinner because my wife's coming home from work. So I immediately have to start making dinner. Then we eat dinner. Then I have to clean up after dinner. Then I have to take a shower. Then it's second stream already, right? So now it's second stream. By the time second stream's done, my wife's going to bed because she has work in the morning tomorrow. Then it's already 10 o'clock at night. What the fuck am I going to do now, right? Everything's closed, and you're like, oh my God, that's my day. It's just like, zoop, in a moment. So having this extra time in the morning to do essential stuff, I think is going to be, it's not interesting, but it's going to be essential, okay? So, that's what I'm going to do starting tomorrow. We're going to start this stream later, but it's not going to have a ginormous segment of insane amount of music. It's going to start probably around 10:45 a.m., all right? Maybe 10-15 minutes of music tops. And then pre-stream, and then small break for restroom break, and then we jump right into gameplay. 2 hours of gameplay, break, come back, 1 more hour of gameplay. And that way it's set, it's consistent, and then as I said, if, in the next couple of weeks, months, I can change my sleep schedule so that I can get up earlier, maybe the stream will start a little earlier. But that's what it's going to be, okay? That is what it's going to be. It just makes more sense. There's so much downtime early on the streams that people, always complain. They're like, I don't want to listen to a half an hour or more of music. Okay, you're right. We'll cut it out. All right, so that's starting tomorrow. I'm going to adjust the schedule appropriately. I'm going to put this up on Twitter. I'll talk about it. I do my audio schedule on Twitter. I'll talk about this change. And we'll go from there. All right? Okay? All right. That starts tomorrow. Let's talk about the schedule. Today, Monster Hunter Rise demo on the Switch. All right? That's the stream. Now, for one to understand, there's several missions available. However, they're not very lengthy. I guess there's a tutorial segment that explains the mechanics of the game, which is good because I haven't played a Monster Hunter game in many years. And likely I remember absolutely nothing. So I'll try to learn the tutorial stuff, and then we're going to jump into some of the missions. Now, what people are saying is that it's not going to be an incredibly long demo. But if I do all the missions, I probably will be able to complete the easy one. The mid-level one is supposed to be very challenging, and then the hard one is basically impossible. And apparently when they asked the game developers why they did it that way, they basically said they wanted to show like a contrast of how the game can play, and they wanted to showcase a new monster. They didn't necessarily really care if anyone could beat it, which is kind of funny. Apparently with this game, you only have like default armor sets and stuff. And for people who've played the game, they're like, when you play the real game, you'll have much better armor. You'll have armor that's leveled. You'll have things that get you ready for these fights. You won't be just thrown in like this. You'll definitely be able to take on these monsters in a more fair setting. That the demo isn't fair when you play the harder hunt. It's meant to basically just kick your ass. Okay? So I guess we'll see. I don't know. I haven't played it in so long. Alright? Now, here's the thing. I am not playing this multiplayer today. It's been suggested that I should. A few people already volunteered to do it. I was like, you know what? Here's the deal. Years ago, if you guys remember, Monster Hunter World was premiering on a PlayStation console for the very first time. Monster Hunter crossing over on PlayStation 4. It was a big event. Everyone was excited. And people said I should play the demo to get get an idea of what it was going to be or whatever. And I was told, hey, you should definitely do it co-op, man. You should do it with the co-op team because the game's meant to be co-op. And I said, all right, I will, I'll set it up. And I did behind the scenes. I set this up with a couple people. And I started playing the demo, and we were doing voice communication during it, and they were explaining how to do stuff, and we were fighting monsters together, big bosses and stuff, and it was pretty neat. I remember there was like a turtle boss, and there was a boss that was like under the sand, and we were fighting. It wasn't bad. From what I was playing, I was entertained, and I thought that really where it shined was, teamwork and communication allowed you to do better in the game. And as I'm streaming this, everyone complained. all the viewers at the time, keep in mind, this was like 3 years ago, all right? So maybe it was a different time, I don't know. But everyone completely shat on the game, shat on the stream. They said, this game is boring as dirt. You're talking with other people instead of us. The stream's supposed to be about us and not other people. So you're taking away from the interactivity of the stream by doing it like this. You should have done this solo so that you could have focused on talking and interacting with us. And then on top of that, the gameplay is boring as dirt. Okay? So, what are you guys saying? What is happening? I guess people are saying there was an audio crack or something. I don't see that on the stream. Maybe there was an audio malfunction with my mic or something. I don't know. Can you hear this? Everything good? Can you guys still hear me? Fine here? Okay. I farted? I definitely didn't fart. I would tell you if I farted. I fart all the time. You guys just don't hear it. I don't know why. That's so weird that you guys never hear the farts. Obviously, you can hear the burps because it's directly into the mic, but maybe my farts are muffled in the chair. Maybe this is a good fart muffling chair. I don't know. Because I rip some nice big ones on the stream. You guys never hear it, though. You never bring it up, so I'm like, damn. All right. Anyway. Anyway, guys. Let us continue. So, when I was playing this Monster Hunter demo, all right, many years ago, 3 years ago, I want to say it was like 2018. I had set it up to be like a 3.5 hour stream where we were going to focus in and just play this demo. And within maybe an hour to an hour and a half, we had seen all the monsters. Well, we haven't killed them all yet, but we had seen all the monsters that were available, okay, through exploring the world and everything. And basically the stream viewers completely turned on the stream and were like, this is incredibly boring. We don't like this. Not only don't we want you to continue to play this today on this stream, people were actually screaming, change games during the middle of the stream. It was shocking to me because usually people didn't do that. Usually people understood that when I was playing a game for a stream that was the game for the stream. You know what I mean? But this is people coming out saying, shocking, change it, change this game, change this boring fucking game, play something else to entertain us. I was like, damn. And then, of course, in addition to that, you know, the major thing was people saying, I know I'm not muted. I'm not stupid. This is a bunch of fucking idiots who think that they're trying to be jokesters. Oh, Phil's muted. Fuck, shut up. I can tell when I'm muted or not because I can see my fucking stream stats, stupid. Anyway. So that being said, it's crackling. The audio is crackling. What does that mean? I have no idea. I hear no crackling. Sound is fine. It's debunked. Sounds like I'm rubbing the mic on a cloth. Hold on. I'm just making sure there's nothing weird with the mic. I'm looking at it right now. Everything seems fine. The pop guard is not touching it. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't even have the fan on or anything today yet. I mean, I'll probably turn it on later. I don't have the fan on or nothing. So I don't know what to tell you. Everything seems good, and I'm monitoring my audio levels here, and I don't see any pops or spikes in the audio either. So if you're hearing audio issues, I apologize. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. You know, I don't see it on my end. The only I can think of is like people just said maybe it's a connection or something, right? I don't know. I'm touching the cable right now. Doesn't seem to be loose at all. Let me touch this end. This seems to be secure. I don't seem to see any issues. It just happened again. That was the cable then. That's the cable then. Because I just touched the cable and it made that noise. But now we know what it is at least. It's the cable. Now everyone's screaming. You should be fine now. Are we good now? I touched both ends of the cable and apparently it made the noise again, so now we know what it is. It's the cable. One of the ends of the cables must have been loose. Don't do that again. People are screaming. See, I didn't hear it. Are you guys okay now? So, yeah, it's definitely the cable. Yeah, the cable must have been loose on one end. Well, I readjusted it, so we should be okay now. All right, we should be okay. I apologize. Obviously, some minor technical difficulties. We should be okay now. Okay, let's continue. Good. I'm sure. Good. I fixed the issue. So, 3 years ago playing the demo with a group of people who I coordinated to spend the day with me. And in fact, in reality, I had coordinated to play with those guys at length if I was going to play the full release. We had actually said, yeah, we're going to set aside time to play with Phil. It was going to be a co-op thing for when the game came out. Everyone was excited. Monster Hunter on the PlayStation for the first time, and Phil's going to do a co-op playthrough. And people hated the demo so much that I just canceled the whole thing and never played it. And everyone told me, oh, Phil, you missed out one of the best games of the year. Really, Monster Hunter World would have been in your Game of the Year awards if you'd played it. I'm like, well, what exactly would you like me to do about it? I played it, and you guys hated it. Like, every moment I played the demo, it's boring, switch games, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, Now, here we are 3 years later, okay? 3 years later. And Monster Hunter Rise is coming out for the Switch. Again, it's like the same thing. Phil, you going to play Rise? Are you going to play Monster Hunter Rise? Monster Hunter Rise is the big game for this month. Monster Hunter Rise. Like, now, wait a minute. 3 years ago, I tried the demo for World, and you guys shat all over it, right? So, what's the difference between that and Rise? I don't know what difference we're going to have. I guess we'll see. So, I said, what the hell? Earlier this week, you guys convinced me to try out this demo. But, God, I am not doing this in co-op. Not after last time, how you guys complained, and were like, oh, dude, it's so boring in co-op. Nah. What we'll do, I'll play it by myself. There's a tutorial. I'll play through the tutorial, try to learn the stuff. Obviously, now I'm an interactive streamer. I can talk with you guys about it, maybe try to learn the mechanics of the game or whatever. Okay? I'll do whatever missions are available and go from there. If it takes up a whole stream, great. If not, I don't know what to say. I'll just do the content that's there. All right? Based on how this goes, this is going to directly determine if this is a game that next week I play. Because today's the 18th. I believe this game comes out the 26th. Right? So, that would be, was it Thursday? Friday of next week. So if the demo goes well, you guys like it, and, it seems interesting, then we'll do it as a new game playthrough starting next week. And what I would probably do is some days I would see if people are available for co-op, and some days I would just run solo. Okay? But it's totally up to you guys. Alright? Totally up to you guys. So let's see what happens today. And based on my enjoyment and your feedback, that will determine the future of Monster Hunter on my streams. Alright? Fair enough? Okay. Now later tonight, it's also the return of something that I haven't done in many months, Genshin Impact. Okay? Now this was supposed to return on Tuesday night, but at that time, they dropped a big update. They had dropped this giant update. It was huge. It was like 7-8 gigs or something like that. And the servers went down. So because of that, I was like, well, I got to do something for my night stream, and I started playing Call of Duty. So today we're going to be doing Genshin Impact for the first time in many months. I honestly don't remember where the hell we are in the game at all. I have no recollection of where we were in the game or what we were doing. It's completely, it's been so long. That was before PS5, so you're talking probably late October, early November, So I have no recollection of what on earth we were doing back then. But I guess we'll see today, as I play it tonight on the late stream, what we end up doing in the game. And by the way, that stream is primarily going to be meant for chill streaming gameplay. And what I mean by that is, it's not going to be serious. We don't need to have tons of progress. It's more just relaxing, having fun, having conversation. And then, yeah, sure, if we're playing and I just happen to have some good progress in the game or whatever, great. But it's not a big focus. That's going to be like the chill game to take over for Yakuza. Because Yakuza was something that I did for a month and a half as a chill stream. Okay? Good stuff. So that's later tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Now, tomorrow, we're going to be doing some very fun continuation of Divinity 2, where it looks like we're going to wrap up Fort Joy and finally leave the fort and start exploring the outer marshes and stuff, and moving on to the next part of the game. We now have tons of new loot, new gear. Everything is, like, leveled up and everything. So I think the fort is sufficiently trounced. And now we can move on to other stuff outside of the fort after over 20 hours of gameplay. Okay? So there you go. That's tomorrow's main stream. Tomorrow night, Friday night, will be my weekly throwback session of Street Fighter, where we sit down and play old school Street Fighter stuff, which is always a good time. On Saturday, it'll be a major stream of Call of Duty. And the good news here is we're almost done unlocking all of the attachments for the Farah 83, which is going to make it a much better gun. Already I got a scope I started doing crazy kill streaks and stuff with the scope. So I get the feeling this stream will be much better than the last few where I was kind of struggling. This time around I'll be doing a lot better. And then Saturday night will be my final stream of Super Mario 3D World. No matter what happens, it's the last stream. I'm really going to try as hard as I can to beat Champions Road. I hope I can do it on Saturday night because I really don't want to leave this unbeaten. But at the same time, how many times am I going to play this until I give up and say, okay, I admit defeat. I can't do it. Right? So, that's Saturday night. Now, for the rest of the week, there will be more Danganronpa V3. There will be more Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Okay? There's definitely going to be a stream of Fall Guys on Monday night because Fall Guys is going to hit Season 4. A brand new update with all new stages and content. And we're going to check that out on launch night, which will be pretty exciting. So it'll be a good variety of stuff for the rest of the week. But as I already mentioned to you guys, I don't know my schedule. Because my schedule depends on my wife's schedule. And my wife doesn't have her schedule yet. Her work schedule for the next week. So, until she gets that, I have no idea what's going on. And I wish I could tell you, nothing you can do about it. You know, we're stuck. She hopefully will get her schedule today. In which case, then I'll be able to figure out, okay, here's what's going on for the next week. But, we'll see. I may be here for, through Tuesday again, like I have been. I may only be here till Monday. And then Tuesday's my day off. I have no idea. I may be streaming 27 days straight with no days off. Right, that's very unlikely. But I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's completely up in the air. So. Firefist Fury says, what kind of company doesn't have someone's shift yet? Retail. Retail doesn't care. I'll tell you right now. Retail doesn't care. Retail never does things properly. They don't give you your schedule with enough time. They'll screw with your shifts and screw you over. They'll promise you the world and lie to you. They'll treat you like a number on a spreadsheet rather than a human. Retail never cared. The entire time I ever had a retail job, that's how it was. In the modern day, it's exactly the same. Retail doesn't give a shit. So, it sucks. SPB Original says she should quit retail. Oh, trust me. Trust me, that would be her ideal to completely quit retail. The problem is, right now in the American economy, as much as you hear on the news, oh, the economy is coming back and all that, it's the bullshit. You want to know how the economy is doing? I'll tell you exactly how the economy is doing. The jobs that are being created in our country, in the United States, are retail jobs, service industry jobs, and fast food jobs. That's what's being created. Actual jobs outside of those, like, oh, I want to get a career somewhere. Those are the most demanding jobs possible. If you don't have years of experience in them, they won't even consider giving you an entry-level position. Seriously. Oh, I know from experience. It's pretty fucking bad. It's that bad. It's like, you want to get out of what you're stuck in. Good luck. Why do you think that there's these horror stories of people out there who have to work 2, 3, 4 service industry or retail jobs part-time to make ends meet? Because they want to work a better job and no one will hire them because they don't have experience in it. So you're fucked. Like, well, how do I get experience if you don't give me the chance? You don't. The answer is you don't. You're stuck at a level of income and a level of living and you'll never get out of it. And that's how it is in America. But you watch the news, oh, so many jobs were created, everything's so good. Yeah, but why does no one ever say what kind of jobs they are? You notice that? Never ever do they say, well, gee, are these jobs that are nice career jobs that you could build and have a livable wage and have a family that you can raise? Or is it a fucking, I'm working at Dairy Queen pumping fucking ice cream for $5 an hour? And I only get 15 hours a week, so that way they don't have to pay me health care. So I have to work 3 jobs in order to make a living. That's the American dream these days. You know? It's bullshit. So, yeah, it is bullshit. And it's very frustrating. Because I see my wife stressing out. You know, this last year with COVID and everything, she had to be there on the front lines of COVID. People coming into the stores, not doing the right thing, coughing, not wearing masks, making a mess, being disgusting. And she's there every day, right? And does she get rewarded for it? No. But she's got to risk it, you know? It's like, Jesus. It's fucking stupid country. Hey, we can't get fucking stuff, you know, instead we got to fool ourselves and always say that everything's so good. When no one wants to actually look at the truth of the matter, how things are out there. You know, we're incredibly lucky that I get to have this job. I get to work from home. I get to do fun stuff with you guys every day. You guys love it. You support it. I appreciate that. But, you know, anyone who's stuck in a retail job, I feel for you. It's ridiculously, like, I understand. I see it every day with my wife. I've been there. I worked retail jobs for a very long time. It's bullshit. You deserve better than to be treated like that. You do. You deserve way better than that. I honestly feel that some people working these jobs are working way harder than anyone else. Imagine juggling 2-3 fucking jobs part-time to make ends meet. That's insane. That's your life. Your whole life is work. But anyway, I digress. We got very, very derailed here, didn't we? Okay. Let's continue. Let's get back on subject here, all right? So, sorry I don't have a schedule set for this week. Once we find out about this stuff, I will let you know what exactly we're doing, okay? All right. The only other thing to talk about before we get to your shout-outs, because I'm not talking about news today. You know, we're already starting late. And here's the thing. There's tons of news. Activision Blizzard just laid off a ton of employees, lied about the employees they were laying off because they said it was only going to be people in esports, and it wasn't. They completely lied. And now, the CEO is getting a $200 million bonus. Yes, let's give our CEO a bonus as he lays off a ton of employees. That sounds like a good strategy for business, doesn't it? But I could sit here and complain about it, but I can't change it. That's the industry, and that's why these corporations are so fucking evil to begin with. And, you know, it's bullshit. All right? And there's more to talk about news, but we don't have time. So we'll just get the shout-outs in a moment. But the one thing that I want to call out today, subscriber goal. We're 25 subs away from hitting the sub goal for the month of March. If we hit it, a fun challenge run marathon will take place where I will play a series of classic games and try to challenge myself to hit milestones in them while you guys wager your channel points doing so to see if I can hit them or not. You know, it'll be a fun event, something I've never done before. I never really do a skill-based marathon, so it should be a pretty fun event, and I hope that you guys will consider, you know, subscribing to the channel if you're not, or maybe even gifting some subs to make it happen, okay? So, we're close. And if we do hit that goal, I'll set up a tier 2 goal to maybe do a special DSP tries it during the event. So, please consider subbing if you have not subbed, or maybe you want to help someone out and gift a sub, you know? Now, today, guys, if you cheer, sub, or tip, I'll give you a shout-out. You know that I rely on your crowdfunding in order to make ends meet. We have tips goals in effect. We raise $50 in tips. I'll put on my Gunner glasses. For $100, I'll put on a vest of your choice. Today, we'll reset all the vests, so everything will be eligible. Beige, blue, red, platinum, and camo. We won't do gray because gray is the one no one likes anyway. I like it, and no one else does, apparently. Yeah, $200 in tips. We'll put on 2 vests. $300, we'll do something silly. Whatever you guys want. All right, so, but I'm not expecting to do any of those. You know, contributions are not mandatory on my streams. I consider it going above and beyond being a standard stream viewer if you do contribute, and I appreciate that. Please, guys, if you are a viewer of my streams, I strongly recommend that you do not use the same name on Twitch that you use other places to avoid online harassment. I also recommend that you shut off DMs on Twitch because people tend to harass people through direct messages on Twitch, and that's no good. All right? If you're going to tip me today, please consider making a verified PayPal account. The verified PayPal account allows me to trust the tip coming through and know that it's not fraud from a stolen credit card. And in addition, you might, if you're a regular who tips me, you might want to think of doing something like using a keyword that you use in your tip message so I can recommend, or excuse me, so I can recognize that it's you. I know it's not someone impersonating you or trying to make a fake tip and harass me with it, because sadly there's just so much online harassment these days. It happens every single day, so. All right? All right. Let's get the shout-outs. Here we go. Okay. First contribution today was from Carbon T2000, who resubbed for 3 months and said, King Michael and I and others are part of an elite unit of the Hate Army called the Frog Team 6. All right. I've read enough. Thanks for the sub. And Shane Forever has resubscribed for 20 months. He says, what's up, DSP? What is up to you, sir? I am excited for another full week of streaming today. Starting today. Should be a good time. I hope you had a good day away. And welcome back to the stream. SPB Original is resubscribed for 20 months as well. It says, hello, beautiful. I guess you're talking to someone else. But thank you for the resub regardless and the support. Snow Carl is the first cheer of the day, which is shocking because I swear for the last several days people were saying Snow Carl was banned, to which I responded, no, he's not. I don't know what you're talking about. And yet here he is cheering from, I guess, from the nether, right? Because obviously he's not here. He's banned. So I don't know how he could possibly cheer if he was banned. But anyway, he cheered and he said, speaking of, let's see here. Oh, that's really stupid. Can we have the chat nominate and vote on moderators? Well, hold on. Maybe this is a valid suggestion. Maybe this is something that I should seriously consider. No! Very bad idea. Let's face it, if we did that immediately, we would have Deathface and Steve Jones as our first 2 new moderators. It's just not going to work. Okay? It's not going to work. I'm sorry. Jackalese gives it a tier 2 sub to Habib Gaming. Congratulations, Habib Gaming, and thank you, Jackalese, for the channel support. I'm very sure that Habib Gaming will appreciate that and enjoy that sub. So thank you, Jackalese, for the support. Shout out to the Hedgehog. Did a 500-bit cheer. He says, I'm watching MacGyver episode 77. The pimp villain looked like Darkseid Phil, but MacGyver always saves the day. Well, there you go. Perhaps I went back in time to guest star on an episode of MacGyver, right? Maybe I kidnapped the actor who was supposed to play the role. I tied him up and put him in a closet, and I claimed to be him. And everyone was like, "Man, that guy doesn't really look like the actor that was supposed to be in the show, but he's pretty good at the role. So we'll just go with it." That's what happened, of course. So thank you, Shadow the Hedgehog, for a 500-bit cheer. Appreciate that. Biggest cheer of the day. Snowcurl Trudy says, when we say pre-stream's too long, we're not referring to pre-stream, but a plug segment and a news segment. Drop them and we'll be satisfied. Well, today, the plug segment was about 30 seconds, and the news segment was non-existent except for me telling you that Activision Blizzard is evil. So, there you go. Who's Yuri Cheers? Is he to give us an example from your past? No, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Stealth and Shadows cheered. He says, I'm expecting to be a father. I found out it's a boy. We plan on naming him Philip after Philip Burrell. Wow, well, Mr. Burrell should be honored that you would name your son after someone. That is an epic honor. It really is. You know, you should, wow. Really? So, congratulations to Philip Burrell, whoever you may be, to have this child named after you. Perhaps you'll even be offered the job of godfather of the child. Very nice. Steven Seagull cheered. He says, no one is stuck in retail. I went from Best Buy to Lockheed Martin. Take chances, apply for new jobs. Got to build those skills and apply them. Steven Seagull, I'm going to be honest with you. All right? First of all, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you that this is what happened to you. But you need to understand something, that's not the equivalent situation for many Americans. In fact, for a lot of Americans, it's quite the opposite. They're stuck in a position where they can't get any better than what they already have. Even though the media tells them that the jobs are doing so good and everything, they just can't. They apply everywhere, they try everything, and they're shot down every left, right, up, down place. It's not that these people are not trying. They are trying, but they are not being given the opportunity. Right now in America, you have to understand that we're in a situation where when a job opens up, a line-level position for something, you have 20, 30, 40, 50 people applying for this job, and half the people applying are overqualified. Okay? Overqualified. You got people applying for jobs at retail stores who have fucking master's degrees because they can't get a job anymore in their industry because their industry doesn't exist anymore because all the shit's been outsourced. You know what I mean? Like, this is the situation of the world. Now, you apparently were in a good situation where you moved up. That's great. Congratulations to you. But you know what you got to do? You got to look around yourself and say, maybe that's not everyone's situation, and maybe I should be very grateful for the success that I have had, because I understand that not everyone is that lucky. All right? And at least in my experience, people who I know, I know many people who are not in a lucky situation and they don't like what they do and they're stuck doing shit. It ain't right. It's not right. When everyone else is being told the American dream, work hard, be rewarded, move up. That's not the case for a lot of people, man. And you got to be receptive to that. You have to listen to those stories instead of just listening to your unique situation and be like, well, maybe they just didn't work as hard as me. Well, maybe everyone's just not as lucky as you, too. And I'm not saying that maybe there isn't a case where you worked your ass off to earn what you got. I'm just saying be happy for what you got and don't shit on others because they didn't get that kind of success. That ain't right. Seriously, I hate that attitude. Because I've seen people out there who are just down on their luck. They can't do, they want better. And they can't get any better. They're trying, Anyway, the Modamungus did a 300-bit cheer. Thank you, Modamungus. What the fuck does that mean? I have no idea. Mr. Hurdy-Gurdy Man cheered. He says, why don't you vote to try and correct this then? I don't have any truck for people that complain but don't take the minimal steps to change it. Well, there's a difference. There's a difference between someone who just sits around and complains about everything and someone who actually works their butt off trying to change that and make things better, and then they just never get that opportunity. There's a distinct difference, and that's the determination that needs to be made by the people in charge, but that's the problem, is that that's not what happens. Like I said, just imagine this. An entry-level job at an office building / I don't know, some kind of a business opens up. It could be receptionist, it could be, customer service rep, all right? Line level position. What kind of person would you look for that job, right? All right, maybe someone who has maybe a minimal college education, if not, at least has a history of having maybe, verbal skills / some kind of good rapport with a customer or something like that. That's what you would look for, all right? You want to know who's applying for the job? People who worked for major corporations that they don't exist anymore, and these are master degree level educated people, and they just need any job possible. Monstrously overqualified for the position, but willing to accept that as a job because they're that desperate for a job. That's America. And then the people who would think, oh, well, this is a person who's a go-getter, someone who's worked hard on lower level jobs, now they can move into a career job. They don't get those opportunities. Instead, the companies take those people who are overqualified and take, oh, well, that person is very desperate for this job, so we know they're going to work their butt off, even though this is probably way less than what they used to get paid. Oh, maybe we could even get them to do higher level work and extra work and not pay them for it. Just pay them that low level salary or that low level pay and get away with it. Why would we want the person who's worked retail or fast food or service industry for 10, 15 years? Why would we want them when we can get someone who's overly qualified, overly educated, and likely will work harder and put out higher quality work for the same pay? That's what's going on in America. But you don't hear that in the media. You hear jobs have been created. Yeah, more fucking, fast food jobs. You know what I mean? Like things that retail jobs, amazing. Wow, that's so good. That's not a career job. It's not. It's and by the way, most of these places won't give full-time hours to those people, so they can't qualify for healthcare. So now you got people who are working 2-3 jobs just to make ends meet. They have to pay out the butt for healthcare because they got to go to the stupid insurance marketplace to get it instead of actually getting it through their employers. It's fucked up. Sorry that I'm being honest today about this. People are asking, and I'm telling you how it is in America. It's not all sunny and rainbows and roses like the media tells you. The media wants you to feel like everything's good because they don't want the people to feel upset at how things really are. So they always spin it in this nice positive way when in reality that's not how it fucking is. Or else why? Just think about it this way. If there really was so nice, why are there so many service level jobs out there? Just think about all the retail industries that are prospering, all the fast food industry that's prospering. How could that be? If everyone was working an amazing career job, right? Then how could those companies be the ones that are prospering right now? See, so it says, well, is this an analogy? Dude, I've been there. I have been there. Before I worked at YouTube, right? Excuse me, as a YouTuber. Didn't work at YouTube. Before I worked as a YouTuber, This was my experience in life, was going from job to job to job, every job shitting on you, not treating you seriously, overworking you, not paying you for the work you do, not treating you with any kind of a value as an employee, and every time you try to make a move to something better, you get told you don't have the experience, you're not qualified. It's bullshit. And that's America in a nutshell. Unless you're privileged, unless you're born into a class where you get everything handed to you, which is not where I've ever been my whole fucking life. Pretty ridiculous. Anyway, let's continue. Who's Yuri cheered? And now he's talking about 99 bottles of gin, trying to make fun of me, acting like I drink gin, which I haven't had gin now. Holy shit. The last time I had gin, middle of last year? Yeah, I would say around mid-2020 was the last time that I had a sip of gin anywhere. So, nice try with your stupid meme. 672 has tipped me $6.72 to become the first tipper of the day. And he says, this is what I... No, I read the wrong thing. He says, Snow Carl is denying his child Snow Carlson in chat. He might need a talking to. All right. Well, Snow Carl, you should not deny your children. That is very unethical. All right? It is. It's just unethical, and you should accept your responsibilities for what you've done. All right? You did the crime. Now you do the time. What? I don't know. Look at this. Oh, here we go. Here's a troll. This is, by the way, this is probably the exact same guy who trolls every day, so he's finally here. I was wondering what was taking so long. I've been doing, like, a pre-stream here for almost an hour, and this guy had not trolled yet, and he's finally here to troll, so. Okay. Steven Seagal, again, I'm not going to get into this because now we talked about it at length. Again, that's your experience, and you had a good experience. That's great. But you have to understand that your life experience is not the same for everyone else, and I can personally attest to people who have not had the luck nor the success that you've had. And for you to unfairly try to apply that to everyone else and say, oh, well, everyone else is just a bum, is pretty ridiculous. Because I can tell you they're not. All right? So you should have a more open mind. The Modamungus has cheered again. Thank you for the cheer. Mr. Hurdy-Gurdy Man cheered. He says, why don't you vote to try to correct these things? I don't have any truck for people that file that fat complaint and then don't take the minimal step. Oh, now I think I understand what he's saying. I completely didn't understand what he said the first time around. What he's saying is, if you're complaining about the way the system works, why don't you try to change it? Right? Okay. So how do you systematically change that system that's been ingrained into the culture of the United States? Because it starts from the top down. It's the people in government who give all the benefits to these companies and allow them to do these kind of hiring practices, allow them to do these fucked up things, and by the way, allow these companies to outsource all their shit. So all those jobs that used to be great career jobs aren't in America anymore. They're the ones who allowed it. Because our government is also messed up, where they get career opportunities, kickbacks, and all kinds of shit from lobbyists. And, oh, look at this. I voted to help out the interests of a corporation for 10 years when I was in government, and now mysteriously I get all these speaking engagements for hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars once I'm out of office. Oh, what a coincidence that is, right? That totally wasn't like a payment for my helping them when I was in office or anything. No, of course not. But that's how our government works. It sucks. It's messed up. That's why we have a few people in our government who've been saying for years and years, we need to stop with lobbyists, we need to stop with all this shit. People should just only be elected to be a public servant, not to serve their own interests. But why do you think it took so long for us to even get any stimulus? Here we are, the American people hurting collectively. A lot of people out of work, a lot of people reduced hours or no hours. They're sick. They need help. Oh, here's a $1,200 stimulus. That should last you a year. What? The fuck are you talking about? Oh yeah, that could pay your rent for a year, right? Those are the people who we have in charge in our government. And we have a system where you can't fix it. You can't because the only people who can be elected have to be rich, because they have to run these crazy campaigns that are expensive to get their name out there, right? So if they don't have all this tons of money, they can't fucking be noticed. It's a fucked up system. Okay? It is. It's a fucked up system. I completely disagree with the system, and I wish I could change it. I'm not a politician. I'm not some person who has that kind of reach. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who exactly it is you think I am. You know, I just kind of shrug. I'm like, well, I can't do much about it. I can tell you guys, you know, what I know, and from my experience on my streams, that's about it. I'm a gameplay streamer, guys. I'm not, you know, I'm not anyone who has a soapbox. No one listens to me on these kind of issues. Half the time, you guys just sit here and make fun of me, right? You say, why is he talking about this? Why is Phil, this is a gameplay stream. Why is Phil talking about this? Well, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should say, all right, shut up. I'm not going to talk about any of this stuff, right? Because there's people just make fun of me. So what's the point? Like, you know, I don't know. You ask the questions, I answer the questions. You ask, I answer. That's how it works. Okay. I received a tip from, hold on, from Ladies Man 2166. He tipped me $1.30, and he says, I just wanted to let you know I received a job shadow at a local funeral home, and they got a, oh wow, I don't know what this is, an alkaline hydrolysis machine. It does water cremations. It was pretty cool to see. I don't know anything about that. Jasper Kitty, you need to stop that immediately. If you bite that wire again, I'm going to be very upset with you. Stop that. Yeah, I don't know anything about water cremations. Oh my god. How do you cremate someone with water? Wait, what? Water cremations. That's wild. Everyone, you know, cremate, you burn them. Water, oh wow. We got some technological advancements. Certainly do. Anyway, thank you, ladies man, for the tip. Thanks for keeping us in the loop. That's crazy. They could do water cremations. Alrighty then. Now, I also received a tip from someone who says, they say right in the tip they're a relative newcomer. Alright? So, I need to talk to this person because apparently they're not aware of how things go. So this is from 669 Studios. Sent me a tip. And basically saying that, you know, I used to be a part of people who would kind of like, you know, heckle you, or I enjoyed watching people heckle you, but now I'm actually giving you a fair shake, and I wanted to tip you to support you. Thank you. However, 69 Studios, I have something I need to tell you. Your tip is unverified. What that means is that basically you don't have any like actual identification information tied to this tip via PayPal. And what that means is that this could easily be a tip that is taken back, and not only, you know, it takes this tip back, but also hurts my business in other ways. All right. Now, especially if you're a newcomer, I believe you. You wouldn't know this. I had a lot of fraud against me this last year. Like the fall, I had someone coming in here with fake credit cards, and I'm not kidding you. On a daily basis, I was getting dozens of fake tips that really hurt me behind the scenes. So I instituted a change where I cannot accept any tips from anyone who does not have a verified PayPal account. You know, very few exceptions. An exception here or there for like long-time viewers who I trust and everything, and they've tried a long time to get their account verified. It doesn't work. That's different. But for you, as a relative newcomer, I would like to say thank you. I appreciate the fact that you wanted to contribute. However, I have to decline. Because your tip shows is unverified, it means that there's a high level of risk, and you could literally just pull the rug out from under me and kind of screw me over with this. So I'm going to say thank you, but I have to return your tip. All right? So I'm returning your tip. If you can find a way to verify your PayPal account via linking your real-life identification information to prove you're real, and that would lower the risk level for me, then absolutely I would accept a tip in the future. But I would ask, unless you're going to do that, please don't tip me again, because it's just going to lead to a lot of problems, okay? And I actually am grateful that you did want to help me, okay? Okay, thank you. But sorry, I can't accept it. Metal Face Joe Cheery says, huh? Well, I don't even understand what this means. People say they're stupid as shit. I'm just going to ignore it. I don't even know what the hell that means. Mr. Hurdy-Gurdy Man Cheese said, arise workers from your slumber, arise prisoners of want, for reason and revolt. See, that's what I mean. Now people will say, well, maybe we just need to have a revolt in our country and change everything. Well, I'm not the person to do that. I'm an observer. I see what's going on from the outside. I see people suffering, and I call it out. But I'm certainly not one who's, especially with the way I've been treated over the last decade on the internet, I'm certainly not anyone who's going to be able to rally anyone or do anything for any kind of positive change because these toxic people follow me around and basically destroyed any ability that I would have to do anything positive anymore. So I just play games. It's that simple. Oh, let's see here. Detractor Crash cheered. He says, during Crash Team Racing, it's the game is the Detractor because he told me, why don't you get a job? Okay, thanks for the cheer. Local Nomad cheered. He says, I got a PS5 off the GOAT Walmart. Great value products for life. Oh, yeah. Everything at Walmart's great value products. F to Amazon and the scalpers. Have a nice stream, Phil. Well, Local Nomad, I am happy to hear that you did get a PS5. I'm very happy to hear that you did actually get a PS5. So, congrats on that. I mean, I don't support Walmart. It's always a business that I felt was pretty messed up. I don't go there unless I have to. But, hey, you got to get it the way you can get it. And apparently, yeah, Walmart is dropping PS5s today. So, Erica Jolie is here. Cheers and say good morning. Glad you're back. Good luck today. Thank you, Erica. Excuse me. Let's see here. Ladies Man tipped me another $1.30. He says, it's basically like a big washing machine. It shakes and grinds the body and bones to ash with water so hot it melts the bones. Oh my God. That shit sounds like it's straight out of a fucking horror movie. Seriously, right? Oh my God. Imagine that. The movie's called The Alkaline Man. He walks around with a supercharged thing of water on his back. He sprays you and it fucking neutralizes your body. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Who knew this shit even existed? I never would have thought they used water to cremate. I always thought it would have just been fire, but damn. Well, interesting stuff. Thank you for the tip. Hurdy-gurdy man did 100 bit cheers. Says, I understand your cynicism. The easiest thing anyone could do to make change is to join a union or unionize their workplace. Well, there you go. And you'll find that's why 99% of retail jobs, service industry jobs, and these jobs that the news and media claim are great have no unions. Almost none of them will ever have a union for that very reason. Total Score and Cheer says, can you be sure newcomers are people that have been banned before? I'm a spy. Can I be a lieutenant in the hate army? Does anyone know what the fuck these guys are talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Knows Nobody did 100 bit cheer and said, when is your birthday? It's coming up early April. So, in 2 weeks' time, not next week, but the week after. In 2 weeks' time, we'll decorate the office. We'll have some fun festivities and decorations here. You know, usually during that week that's leading up to my birthday, if anyone contributes in a big way, I'll do like a little celebration, like a party horn or something silly, you know. Have some balloons and stuff in the background. It's fun, and of course people make fun of me for it. You know, oh, Phil's just does the same thing every day. Okay, well, let's do something festive for a week. Let's dress up the streams. Let's do a little bit something different. Oh, Phil celebrates his birthday for a week like he's a child. You're a fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up and lick my shit. Something interesting and fun. That's like making fun of me for fucking, you know, Halloween or Christmas too. You fucking shut the fuck up. Why don't you do your own stream better? It's fun. It's something different to do. I like having variety on the streams and having not only variety of games, but having a variety of a setting. And, you know, now we don't have the couch anymore, so I'll have that. Just like I had for Halloween and Christmas, we can have the stands and stuff behind me and set some stuff up, some festive stuff, right? It'll be fun. Maybe on my birthday, I'll have a piece of cake. Maybe I won't. Depends on what happens with my wife, because she's so overworked right now. I don't want to make her have to try to make some kind of a cake when she's already busting her butt at this new position. So, well, that didn't sound good. You guys heard that? That sounded like the most dumpy-ass truck I've ever heard. What the fuck was that? Hold on a second. What the fuck? What the? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It was. Must have been some kind of a custom garbage pickup or something. Man, that truck was loud as shit. Like, damn. Is that thing working or is it going to break down in front of my house? Yikes. Okay, anyway. Let's continue here. Shadow the Hedgehog did another 500-bit cheers. The problem is fixating on people's opinions too much rather than relying on hobbies means one doesn't go anywhere. It never helps. Do your best and have a good life. Look at that. He's trying to give some life advice. Very nice. All right, guys, very quickly. CJ Euphoria is here, and he has resub for 53 months. Thank you, CJ Euphoria, for a 53-month resub. I appreciate that. Excuse me. All right. So, shout out to the top cheers of the week so far. It's only Thursday, and this leaderboard runs all the way through Sunday. But thank you to those who have contributed so far. I appreciate this. We've got Timbo Slice and Major Riot tied for 9th place. Mr. Hurdy-Gurdy Man is in 8th. Shadow the Hedgehog is now in 7th with those 2 cheers that he did this morning. B-Boy Cyclone's in 6th. Who's Yuri is in 5th. Ripley Atomic is in 4th. Isle of KOK is in 3rd. Mr. Minecraftish 1 is actually, whoa. We have a tie for 1st between Mr. Minecraftish 1 and Detractor Arthur. So thank you guys for those top cheers of the week. Also, thank you to those who have gifted subscriptions to the channel this week, allowing us to get close to hitting our subscriber goal. We've got Mr. Minecraftish 1, 672, FFEHU, and 100 Gex. So, congratulations to the 4 of you. Well, thank you to the 4 of you, I should say, for each gifting me a subscription. Jackalese, Honest Fan, Lunaba, and Diocletian each gifted 2 subscriptions each. Thank you guys for the support. And ladies and man, thank you for another $1. I wouldn't worry too much about it, ladies man. Like I said, if people are... I said this before, I'll say it again to all of you. All right? If you contribute to the streams, you're a positive influence, and people try to harass you, what you got to do is turn off any avenue by which they can harass you. All right? Don't use the name you use on here on other sites. That's number one huge red flag. They'll try to find that on other sites and harass you. Don't give away any information in the stream chat that could be, you know, now I know where he lives because he gave an information about, you know, local areas and things that, you know, don't do that because these idiots will try to fuck around, okay? In addition, turn off your direct messages. Don't leave your DMs open here on Twitch. That's the worst thing you could do. These idiots will spam you with bullshit, okay? That's really the best I can tell you for advice. You know, if you don't have your Twitch account linked to other stuff, they're never going to be able to find out who you are unless you start saying things like your real name, places near you where you live and stuff. That's a no-no. Especially if you're someone who supports me or anyone on a stream on Twitch, by the way. It's not just me. These people, they stalk a ton of people. They think you get away with it. Anonymously, they'll do it. It's fucked up. You know, they're not normal people. You don't want to be messing with those people, okay? All right. Well, Soukmadik33, what a name, did 145-bit cheers. I don't know if you heard, Walmart will be stocked with PS5s at 3 p.m. today. Someone just said 2 p.m., and now you're saying 3 p.m. I don't know the ins and outs. If you guys are still out there looking for a PS5, it sounds like Walmart will have them today, and you should go give it a look, do a little bit of research into that, okay? All right, here's the deal. We're going to take a short break. When I come back, there'll be 2 hours of Monster Hunter Rise gameplay. Then we'll take my second break, and then the final hour. You know, this is the schedule I'm trying to go for now. Roughly 15 minutes of music, hour pre-stream, maybe a little longer depending. Like today was a lot of questions, but then a short break, then 2 hours of gameplay break, and then another hour of gameplay. This is the rough schedule I'm trying to go with rolling forward on the streams. Okay? Fair enough? All right. I'll be back in a little bit. Thank you guys for chilling with me. Grab a drink, grab a snack, use the restroom yourself, and I'll be back with gameplay in just a couple minutes. Thanks. See you in a bit.